Good morning, children. In the previous few modules, we have learned about kingdom Animalia, and we have also learned about the distinctive characters of certain phyla. Today, again, we are continuing with it, and we are now going to start with the phylum Arthropod. First of all, this phylum Arthropod contain or constitute the members, those who are having paired foot with joints. The term arthropod has taken up from two Greek terms or two Greek terminologies. Arthron, which means jointed, and podos, that means the foot. So children, therefore the term or this arthropod, you would understand by this term that the members of this phylum have foot with joints. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Here we would see that certain distinctive feature of the you may see the certain distinctive characteristics of this largest phylum. Okay, so as I have already mentioned, and I have right now said that it is one of the largest phylum because it consists majority of the members of kingdom Animalia. Okay, next is that they have segmented body, they possess paired limbs. Okay, so they may possess 4 paired limbs, 3 paired limbs. Now if you talk about the insects, they possess 3 pairs of limbs, while if you talk about the spiders, they possess 4 pairs of limbs. Okay, then a very important thing that they have an outer covering, outer protective covering, which is known as exoskeleton. Okay, children, they do not have any internal bony skeleton or bone framework. They have exoskeleton. Now this exoskeleton it's not made up of bone. It is not made up of bones. Then what does it made up of? It is made up of chitin. It is made up of a compound known as chitin, which makes thick sheath outside and protects their body shape and structure. They have well developed organ system, and they do not possess any blood kind of body fluid, but they do have body fluid which is known as hemolymph, and this body fluid is covered with it contains or it is present inside a body cavity. Okay, it is present inside a body cavity which is known as hemocoel. That means there is a body cavity in these organisms which contain a fluid which is known as hemolymph, and they usually produce by laying eggs. But in the same way, if you at the same time, if you talk about one of its member, that is scorpion, okay, these scorpion, they do not lay eggs, they produce their young ones. What do? They produce their young ones, and their young one in the initial stage, they look like grubs. Okay, like the larva of beetles. Grubs are they resemble the larva of beetles, and later on they develop like caterpillar. Okay, so this is what the basic characteristic features are. So students, certain examples of or certain members of this phylum are your insects. Okay, the spiders, lobsters, shrimp, centipedes, millipedes, there are many. So that's all about the phylum Arthropods. Next we are going to study about phylum mollusk.